Hello and welcome to Amigos I.A.S. I am Adnan. In today's segment, we'll be discussing a very small topic which is green nudge. This can be helpful in prelims and to add a value addition point in General Studies Paper 3, Environment and Conservation. So let us just see what is this green nudge and why it is in news. Recently, a study has been conducted in collaboration with China's Alibaba online food delivery platform, which is LMA. In this study, it was found out that no disposable cutlery if you actually impose as default choice, because we have food delivery platforms in that if you put an option like no disposable cutleries are sent as a part of addition to the food package. So if you actually put this as default choice for orders, and if you give customers green points, that means you're going to add some green points to their account so that it will be helpful for them in the next orders. So if you promote this, what happened here? Significant increase in share of no cutlery orders with a 648% of overall increase in the orders. 648% overall increase in the no cutlery orders has happened, and people also got some incentives in the form of green points. So this is an interesting study. Zomato, which is there in India, of course, an online food delivery platform, introduced similar nudges, changing the default option to no cutlery. Most of you who are ordering food via these food delivery platforms must have observed this small box there, no cutleries. So this is actually also resulted in reduction in cutlery waste. Many people will be like, if you put default option of no cutlery, you will think before you choose like I want cutlery. So this concept is called nudging. Okay, you are nudging, you are goading people that to take a particular option, and you are not restricting people's choices also here. So let us try to understand what is green nudge. They are gentle persuasions to influence. What is the main purpose behind this? To influence environmentally friendly behavior in people. Remember always, as we are going towards a green future, it is, of course, we have to go towards it, otherwise, our planet and we humans are doomed. So, we have to always make environmentally responsible choices. Sustainable development is very important for us. So, we need to reduce our waste. We need to always choose environmentally safe options like reduce, recycle, reuse, or refuse. All these are important goals of today's modern day sustainable lifestyle. Fine. So, what we are doing is we are actually understanding people's behavior and psychology to nudge them to actually take choices which reduce our footprint on the environment. So, this is a concept which is used actually in behavioral economics to guide decision making without restricting choices. So, behavioral economics take the help of the psychology of humans, understanding their cognitive biases, and then making certain policies so that people will be nudged to follow certain type of pattern. Okay, so this is a very interesting concept here. Let us understand it more. Environmental problems are serious. Biodiversity loss, rising temperatures, we are all facing problems because of this. Soil erosion, pollution are directly impacting our daily lives. We are actually observing and facing the direct first hand impact of this. So it is very important for the governments across the world to conserve the resources, to promote sustainable lifestyle among humans. Okay, so environmental policies are increasingly being informed by behavioral economic insights. We are taking the behavioral psychology, behavioral economics, and adding them into the environmental policies. Green nudges have been suggested as an important tool to encourage customers to act in the consumers in the environmentally benign. Benign means harmless way we have to always behave. Like, for example, choosing renewable energy sources or saving energy, food choices, farming practices, organic farming we have to promote. Okay, we should save our soil, water, biodiversity. In all these arenas, we can use this green nudge concept. Examples are so many. For example, to reduce energy consumption, what the US government has done, it sent letters to those who consumed a lot of electricity, suggesting that their neighbors used less. This reduced the consumption, as we always follow our neighbors, our peers. So it is an interesting case study. In India also we have done this, and electricity consumption has reduced by 8%. When you in your power bill, you are also showing the average consumption of power bill with regards to the neighbors also or your peers. So if you consume more energy than your neighbors, maybe you will also try to be on par with them, keeping up with the Jonases. Fine. So we are trying to also reduce our energy consumption. That is an interesting policy here. Fine. And what about the other things? Providing hotel guests in the US with the information that 75% of hotel guests reuse their towels, also increase the reuse of towels. That means you are saying people that majority of people are reusing their towels instead of discarding them. Giving this information also help them to increase the chance of people reusing towels. Any other examples if we talk about India? If I talk about India, of course, we have certain campaigns like, for example, Give It Up campaign. This was started in 2015. At that time, that it's encouraging people to not use subsidies on gas cylinders. Those who can afford to pay full price of the gas cylinders can easily pay it. Why to take again subsidy from the government? So this is also like goading or nudging people to give up the subsidies on cylinders. Of course, now things have changed and we are all almost paying the same amount of price on the cylinders, but at that time it was a good nudge policy. Swachh Bharat, emulating good practices to cleanliness. Swachh Bharat campaign also was a very good initiative. So it actually tried to promote cleanliness, it tried to promote a lifestyle which will be reducing the waste. And this also banked on behavioral change among the people. We have seen a lot of people using broomsticks, public functionaries, top leaders or celebrities trying to show that they are also cleaning the surroundings, environment of their houses or whatnot. This also actually helps people to adopt the similar lifestyles. Okay, and then we have Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao program also. All these are part of this nudging policies. Fine. So let us see some of the illustrations as we can see in the other countries as well. This looks like like a basketball no thing is there here, and actually this is dustbin, but you are using the basketball equipment to make people throw the garbage into this. See, compost, landfill and recycle, encouraging people to throw the garbage into those volleys. Okay, and you can see this one, maybe it's somewhat blurry. Cigarette stubs people will throw anywhere. Now we want people to throw cigarette stubs not on the streets, but in the dustbins. So what they have done, football is very popular across the world, and Messi and Ronaldo also are very popular. So here they have created two bars. One is for Messi, other one is for Ronaldo. So you can throw your cigarette stubs in those columns where you find that particular person as maybe good, or you are throwing the dustbin, the cigarette stubs into those footballers column whom you don't like. So either way, whatever it is there. So Ronaldo column is there, Messi column is there. These are cigarette stubs. So it is they are being thrown into this. You're encouraging people to throw cigarette stubs not on the ground, but in these columns. And as you can see here, South American map is there. Here, as you can see in this, what is happening is the green reflects that the green future is being lost because the more green paper they have, of course, colored this particular paper, toilet paper, into green. Why? Because they wanted to show that the more papers you pull, the more greenery is lost. As you can clearly see in the pictures, the more paper pulls happen, the more loss for the environment happens. We have to save the paper, reduce your usage of paper, even though it is, it is of course environmentally destructive to cut down a lot of trees for the sake of newsprint to make the paper. This is another interesting example as you can see on your screens. So where is this concept coming from? We have to understand. This concept is coming from a book called Nudge, written by Richard Thaler, and he has actually won the Nobel Prize in Economics in 2017. Okay, let me just write it here. In 2017, he has won the Nobel Prize for Economics in the concept of behavioral economics, Richard Thaler. So what he's saying, a nudge is an aspect of how behavioral science can be applied in public policy constituency also. Understanding people's psychology and their behavior is important for policy development. So what happens here? Behavioral insights can be used by policy practitioners, which is becoming very popular across the world. Many countries in the world have embraced this concept of nudge economics. Okay, by using the findings and methods provided by cognitive psychology, the cognitive behavior of humans, behavioral economics can be used to make public policy. That means we are trying to encourage people by bringing a public policy which incorporates a behavioral concept of humans. Rental encouragements are done based on advanced knowledge of decision making process. Nudges are modest interventions that preserve the freedom of choice. We are not forcing people. but we are steering people towards particular directions. We are steering them towards a direction. For example, if many toilets in some countries, for example, everywhere, you find people peeing in the toilets, in the toilet bowl. Sometimes the toilet is not actually poured in the toilet bowl, but on the ground. Now this is a big problem for the housekeeping persons or the cleaners. So what has can be done? What some of the governments have done in the past is, they in the toilet bowl, in the urinal, okay, what they have done is, in the urinal you can put a photograph of a fly here, sticker of a fly. So instead of pissing or peeing here somewhere else, you will try to aim at the sticker of the fly on the toilet bowl, on the urinal bowl. So what happens here? You are nudging people that please aim at the direction of this particular fly. That is one thing. In this way, what happens, if people will be trying to target this fly sticker on the urinal, and from there, people will be trying to they will not spill the entire urine on the floor. This is also a type of nudging. Fine. In this way, you can use nudging for any aspect: water consumption, power, gas cylinders, or any other human initiative can be done in this particular aspect. Okay, so we are actually preserving freedom of choice, but we are steering people into a particular direction. Green nudges use persuasion techniques, billboards, awareness campaigns, social norms marketing, community based initiatives, all can be done to encourage environmentally friendly choices. This is the need of the hour now, and this nudge theory has to be applied quite, with good knowledge. Otherwise, it may go into wrong direction as well. But this is an interesting aspect of public policy which can be helpful to promote conservation and development. So this topic may be asked in prelims question for one bit, okay, or in the mains questions when you're writing GS3 answers of conservation and development. There, if any question comes on public policies which promote environmentally sustainable lifestyles, you can use this in the way forward in some of the answers. Green nudge technique can be used. Already, India is promoting, as Prime Minister has brought this concept of life, sustainable environmental lifestyle is being promoted by India. In the last COP summit in Glasgow, the government has proposed this initiative. We need to have sustainable lifestyle. So we can use green nudge as also an important component of this sustainable lifestyle. So that's it in this class. I will see you again with next topic tomorrow. See you.